Hey guys, what's going on? This is Richie here, bringing you a Blu-ray review for Mad Max Fury Road, directed by George Miller, starring Tom Hardy and Charlize Theron. I saw this movie when it came out in theaters back in May with a very good friend, and I was absolutely blown away. I thought this movie was phenomenal, incredible, and if I'm not mistaken, I believe it holds a 98 or 96 on Rotten Tomatoes. There's even a certified fresh sticker on the Blu-ray, and in my personal opinion, it deserves that high grade. This movie is still my favorite film of 2015. When I saw Furious 7 earlier in the year, I absolutely loved it. I thought it had great action, great drama as well. But then I saw this a month later, and I remember just sitting in the theater just thinking to myself, nothing is going to top this. And so far, nothing has. If I have to maybe mention a film that came quite close, and I do believe I said it in my review as well, Mission Impossible came just a little bit close. However, this film is definitely in my top 3, I must say. Just the characters, the depth in which it goes in for everybody, not only just the characters, but also the underlying tones of just the story. And there's also little bits and pieces of subplots that are also explored, but it's not made quite evident, but it's still there once you really just kind of narrow everything down to the nitty-gritty details. And it's absolutely phenomenal, the amount of stuff that they crammed in this movie. Granted, it's 2 hours, it's pretty lengthy, but it's not 2 hours that drags, it's 2 hours that just flies by because you're having a blast with this film. And it was absolutely incredible to experience in a theater with just the loud sort of atmospheric tone of it with the surround sound and everything, and just it looked very beautiful on the big screen. So speaking of quality, this is in full 1080p high definition, and watching it on my television here, it just looked absolutely phenomenal. The picture looks great. The audio, I had it cranked up on my surround sound, and it was amazing. Just hearing all the crashing and the explosions and whatnot, it's very visceral, but it's not noisy like a Michael Bay film. It's just music to your ears, especially the rumbling and the growling of the cars as well. It's like I said, absolute music to the ear. Just phenomenal. As far as performances go, Charlize Theron, as usual, knocks it out of the park. She's incredible in pretty much everything. If you've never seen Monster, I highly suggest you go watch that film, because it's breathtaking, her performance. Tom Hardy as Max does a splendid job as well. And here's the thing as well. It's not only with just Max, but just everyone in general. There's not a lot of dialogue in this film, yet there's enough to let you know, obviously what's going on. There's only dialogue when it's really needed. You know what I mean? But if you have a great film, and you're not going to really need a whole 200-page script of dialogue. Take for example WALL-E from Pixar. That movie has very little to no dialogue at all, and it just relies on the visuals to tell this absolutely incredible story. Go back to the original Terminator by James Cameron. Arnold Schwarzenegger only had like 23 lines of dialogue, something like that. It was very short, very brief, yet had the mannerisms in which he portrayed that cybernetic organism sent from the future. He really sold that character, just nailed it. If it was anybody else, I don't know if anybody could play the Terminator. Arnold Schwarzenegger absolutely owned that role, as did everybody in this film. Not just Tom Hardy or Charlize Theron, everyone. Even the guy who played Immortan Joe and Nux, and even the 5 Wives. I'm not very familiar with their names, unfortunately, because they're not top-billed characters. However, they still nailed it with what they were given. And that's just great writing and just great actors. Just the whole chemistry, the whole ensemble of everybody who was attached to this film, just completely working together and churning out an amazing product. And I know it sounds like I'm really putting this film on a really high pedestal, but understand that when you see the film, you'll understand why. Moving right along to some of the special features, it kind of makes it seem like there's not a lot if you really just take a look at the packaging on the box. However, once you pop this film into your, your Blu-ray player, your PlayStation, or whatever, you will see that there is tons of special features, actually. Even some deleted scenes, however, they're very short, and you can see why they were deleted, because they, just kind of didn't really match. There wasn't really a fit or a necessity for them to be included into the film, hence why they're called deleted scenes. As far as the special features go, everything you wanted to know about this movie is in the special features. There's about a half-hour just special that details every single stunt that was done in the film, including the end sequence, spoilers for those who haven't seen the film, of Nux crashing the vehicle. It's just really in-depth in how they did that, and just some of the stuff that the crew did on this film to bring George Miller's vision to life is incredible. Some of the most incredible things I've seen put on film. And this movie uses very little to no CGI. Everything you see in the film is real, all the crashes, all the stunts and everything. Moving along, there's a lot of stuff as well that details the cars in this film as well, and how they brought that to life, including the big rig that Charlize Theron character drives in the film. There's a couple other special features as well, including a little highlight of Furiosa and Max, and how Tom Hardy and Charlize Theron just, felt that the characters, their bond and everything, their struggle and how they're developed. There's another feature talking about the 5 wives, Immortan Joe's 5 wives. And it's absolutely incredible, just to hear the actors' stories and everything, and what they felt that they wanted to bring, and some of the stuff that they did to do, all these characters in this Mad Max franchise justice. So all in all, this is a must-buy on Blu-ray. It is beautiful looking, the sound is great, crammed with special features. There was one thing that it lacked, and that was a director's commentary, or like cast and crew commentary, which I would have loved to have, listened to as you watched along with the film. But I mean, that's not a big deal, because it's still packed with a lot of stuff, and the replay value on this film is high. I'll definitely be watching this movie quite a lot. I couldn't wait to own this myself after I walked out of the theater from seeing it. So if you haven't seen the film, definitely check it out. Definitely check out the other 3 Mad Max films. And that's pretty much it. So let me know in the comment section down below what you thought of Mad Max Fury Road. Let me know where you would rank it amongst the previous 3 Mad Max films. And most importantly, give this video a thumbs up, so I can be aware that you enjoy our videos. And most importantly, subscribe so you can get more awesome content just like this, movie reviews, and some future films coming up. So make sure you stay tuned for that, and that's pretty much it. See you guys later.